strange exhortation for you in the midst of all this insanity, guys. Are you ready for it? And this comes from St. Paul when he was in prison awaiting his execution. And by the way, you think you have it bad? Nero was his president. He used to like to take Christians, cover them in tar, impale them, and light them on fire to light his palace at night. And in those dire circumstances, St. Paul says, while he was being canceled, rejoice. What? Rejoice. Guys, there's so many ways that we need to engage the culture war. The battle for life, the battle for a resurgence in Christian culture and civilization, the battle to save souls. But most urgent, we need to become people of joy again. Because if we lose that, what the heck are we inviting people to? Why would we expect anyone to be attracted to what we're about? Rejoice. Before you rebuild anything, rebuild your joy, brothers and sisters. When God's people were in exile and they were being called to go home and rebuild their fallen city walls, this could have been a death sentence in the ancient world. City walls were a big deal. Without city walls, people could throw spears at you. You had no protection. And in that crazy context, Nehemiah told the people of God, the joy of the Lord must be your strength. Joy is a summons to spiritual battle, my brothers and sisters. I'll tell you, on the spiritual battlefield that is 2021, the devil might be afraid of strategic Christians. He's afraid of well-educated Christians. He's afraid of wealthy Christians. He is terrified of joyful Christians.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
One day It is time for Yes with Yesse. Please welcome your host, Yesenia Leva.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you kindly. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Gracias, muchas gracias. Buenas noches, buenas noches. Good evening, New Season Gospel FM family. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, this Thursday, today it is the 19th already, the 19th of January, almost February. It's like time is just going by. Just yesterday it was Christmas. And I'm not going to lie, my Christmas tree is still up. So I'm going to make it a goal for the rest of the weekend, this weekend, to clean house and clean decorations. So time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. Good evening, family. Good evening, those of you tuning in on 89.1. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening in to New Season Gospel FM this afternoon here on Yes with Yesse. Whether you're on your way home or on your way to work, enjoy the ride as you listen to New Season Gospel FM. Of course, YouTube family, I'm getting the hang of YouTube. I wasn't a fan. I was a fan of social media, but I'm kind of getting the hang of YouTube. I like it. You can hear it a lot better, less interruptions. It doesn't kick you off. I like it. I'm liking it. So those of you that tune in on YouTube, good evening to you. And of course, my true favorite, our Facebook family, my one and only, our Facebook family, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Sister Helena, good evening. Good evening, Sister Joy. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And the rest of you, as I see you coming in, good evening, good evening. Do me a favor. Un favorcito, por favor. Buenas noches a nuestra comunidad latina, porque estamos en una estación diversa, donde aquí hay un poquito para todo el mundo. Buenas noches a todos. Un favorcito, go ahead and share the broadcast this evening. Share the broadcast, share the 89.1, share the dial tone, share our link to our YouTube and to our Facebook so that people know we are on live here on New Season Gospel FM. So dele like y compártalo a nuestras amistades y familias para que sepan que la familia de nuestra estación de radio está aquí con ustedes en esta noche. It just takes a click, guys. It just takes a copy and a paste, and voila, everyone is connected. So, especially if you're connected to a group, any of our groups here in New Season, sharing those groups so a lot more of us know that we are here. And as I say that to you, I am going to go ahead and do that myself. So you might see a notification from me in just a moment for others to know that we are on and to join us, because they can, and it's fun, and I'm here. And it's fun. So let's do it. Let's do it. So we're going to start off this evening with some energy before we get into a little topic and talking this evening. Just some energy, It's Thursday, as I like to say, Thursday. Thursday. Yeah, no, maybe. Okay. Pre-Friday mode, and then of course pre-weekend mode. I mean, who doesn't look forward to the weekend, right? So I look forward to the weekend because, to be honest, oftentimes it is my busiest time. It is my busiest time of other events, activities, and whatever I'm doing. It's always something. If it's not one thing, it's another. But I absolutely love it. And then, of course, we get to come back on Sunday for church. So it's awesome. And then now that we are starting a new series, it's awesome. It's always great to be in the house of the Lord. So go ahead. As you can see, I already did some sharing of my own. Share, and let others know that we are here. Brother Akil, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Sister Anne-Marie, thank you so much for joining as well. And of course, Denai J, I see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a little bit. D, I hope you are doing well. Thank you all so much for joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. And remember that no matter what, we have to have that no matter what attitude, and give thanks to God for another day, for another chance to breathe, to be alive, the good, the bad, the ugly. And for me, I'm always super grateful for every opportunity that is presented my way. I always pray about it, and I know every opportunity is a God given God-provided opportunity. And I thank God. I thank God for purpose. I thank God for life. I thank God that without my purpose, without my experiences, I wouldn't have a purpose. And I am totally okay and embracing my purpose for this world. Clary, thank you so much for joining. I love you. That's one of my purposes right there with my baby girl Alejandra. Always a joy. Sister Marcia, good evening to you. And so yes, guys, we all have a reason and a purpose, and using our voice and speaking to you on related topics and resources and everything that our community has to offer is just a huge part of who I am and what I do and what brings me joy every single day. So we're going to start with some joy. We're going to start with some gratitude and just give thanks to God that we are not where we used to be. And I thank him that I have so much more to go. And I thank him for where he is taking me every single day. Right? So here we go with thank you.
Rodeado de mi maldad, cansado estoy, perdido voy. Con mis fuerzas luché, pensé que podía vencer, lo perdí todo, me rindo hoy.
Vamos a declarar.
Mas cuando no podía seguir, el Hijo me encontró a mí y me dijo, contigo yo estoy. Me levantó, me restauró, en tierra firme ahora soy. Gracias, Maestro, te agradezco. Vamos a declarar. Él me sanó, me transformó y mis cadenas
it's that drum at the end. It's that drum at the end. Get up out of that grave, whatever that grave is, whatever it is. The other day, I think it was over the weekend, I was waking up really, and I did not want to get out of bed, and I heard that song and it got me out of bed. What it says, get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave, whatever that grave is to you. Sometimes it's a situation, sometimes it's something personal, it's your finances, it's your health, whatever it is. You got to get out of that grave, and only we ourselves, with the help of God, can get ourselves out of that grave. So excuse me, so grateful for that song and the motivation. It's so motivating to get up out of that grave. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going with a next favorite that also helps us to keep going, and lets us know that God is faithful in every situation, because he's the no matter what, right? He's no matter what it is that we are going through. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Gani, good evening. Thank you for joining. Sister Marcia, Carolina, gracias por estar conmigo en esta noche. Sister Laurel, thank you so much. Sister Mina, I see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time, guys, to join. Do me a favor, share the broadcast, because you never know who you could inspire, who you can spare some light into their life this evening. So go ahead and share. And good evening, Sister Debbie. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. And Reverend Crescent, I saw you there somewhere. Good evening, Reverend Crescent. Thank you again for joining. We're going to keep going now with some more alegría en esta noche para toda nuestra familia aquí que nos está escuchando en esta noche.
Aquí, Señor, bueno, y misericordioso, aleluya, todo el mundo cante conmigo.
faithful and so, so faithful he is. I gotta tell you, I'm listening to this song and I love like reading you guys' comments and stuff. So I like do that and try to multitask and try not to fall off my chair because it's so good, so good, so good. And it's just so much joy to be here with you guys. I see you, Brother Akio. I know I just probably played one of your favorites, one of your favorite guys. Thank you for joining again. And what brings me so much joy is that when I think back at how like this has always been really I want to say back then it was a dream, and now it's a reality. Just to be here with you guys, being on radio, being a part of ministry, just conquering and doing everything that doctors and society said I would not do. It brings me joy to know that that I'm here and that I get to do this with you all, and with you and for you and for the work of God. It's just so much joy to be able to bring this to you guys. So I ask you guys that you please share the broadcast and share it with people. You never know you never know who has a member in their family that needs resources. You never know who can just be impacted by one word, one simple resource is all it takes. It's literally all it takes. And I say that because, like I said, so many times we hear the negative and what we should be doing and what we could have been doing. But when you are doing something with a purpose, when you are living your purpose and you decide, this is what I'm going to do, no matter what, and you develop that no matter what attitude, and you have those focused eyeballs, like I like to call them, it can happen. It will happen. It will happen as long as you close your ears to the naysayers, to the people that tell you can't, to the negativity. You got to close your ears and close your eyes to those things. Only open your eyes and open your ears to the positive. Even if it's one person pouring into you, telling you yes, that is the only yes that you need to be successful. That is the only yes that you need to keep going. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. Hearing these songs, I'm not gonna lie, I play these songs that really motivate me, inspire me, just because I feel it will do the same thing to you. I've always been scared, in a sense. I've always had that insecurity and that sense of fear that what I do as far as my services and the disability services and talking about it is not enough. It's not good enough, or it doesn't have value. That's literally what I thought. And it wasn't until, just a couple years ago that I shifted my mindset to the total opposite, where I'm like, no, it does matter. It does have value. I live it every single day. I have learned so much. So why not pay it forward and teach those same things to others in society that need it, right? So I always saw the value, but I was so focused on those that didn't necessarily see the value, or saw those that saw value in me as an individual and as a professional, and thought that I could do more than what I chose to focus on, right? And so I've always had a hard time with, charging enough and making sure that my time, I put value in my time that I spent with clients. I've always had a hard time with that, again, because I was battling with my mind and to really realize the value in the work that I do, right? So because I didn't see value in the work that I do, I didn't see a value in a dollar sign that I could attach to it in order to make money in my business. I always struggled with that, and so it wasn't until, like I said, very recently, that my mind started shifting for a couple reasons. For the need, we need money to live, we need money to survive, right? And so for the need, we have to pay bills. I have a car bill, I have insurance, we have all these things, so we need money to survive. Not only do we need money to survive, but we need to put value in what we do. I've taken courses, I've taken different classes, I have certifications, I do all these different things that I have invested my time, that I have invested my own money into, yet I have not put the correct value into it when it comes to charging my clients, right? So I'm not really valuing what I do if I'm not valuing myself correctly in a dollar, in the sense of a dollar, in money, in that sense, right? And so I've been working on that for quite some time. It's been a transition. It's been a lot of work, right? It does take work to see your self-value, your self-worth, and it does take value to see the worth in your work and what you do. And finally, after so many years and so much time, I've learned that I cannot charge pennies for my services because, again, there's value, there's time, there's efforts, there's resources. I have a lot of knowledge, thank God, with the classes and trainings that I have done. And so I'm learning to value my time when it turns into a dollar sign. I'm not kidding you. From the moment that I did that, and I asked somebody, I said, how much do you think that I should charge just for a consultation? And they said, this much. I'm like, okay. I mean, in reality, I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking to myself, really? Like, you think my services are worth that much? Again, with the self-doubt, right? With the self-doubt. But this person knows, a lot about me and everything that I've learned, and has always encouraged me to keep going no matter what, having that no matter what attitude. And when they said this number, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not going to doubt it. And I'm going to give it a try. In fact, I already had this number. I don't remember if I showed them, but I already had this number in my form, but I wasn't using it. Big no. So I started to use that number. And I kid you not, I have been busy ever since. I prayed about it. I received it. I have been busy ever since. I have gotten clients. And I learned that it takes me valuing myself. It takes me valuing my knowledge. It takes me putting value in the services and what I do in order for them as my clients to do the same. If I don't put the value, they are not going to put the value. And because I have value, when I realized this, and this is probably something that many people have been trying to tell me for years, I know, I get it, but somehow it clicked where I have invested a lot of time in learning and getting experience and training and getting certified that I am good at what I do. I am knowledgeable at what I do. And so those that are finding me by referrals or whatever the case, they feel the same way, because the way I see it is if they're coming to me, they need help. They haven't found the help elsewhere, right? So that puts me into a specialist in what I do. I am a specialist in what I do. I live it every single day. And I know the disability world from, the back of my hand, and I see it from different perspectives as an individual that lives with a disability, now a provider for persons with disabilities. And a lot of times, I think I've mentioned it before, even though I'm not a parent of a child with a disability, I somehow connect and relate to moms, parents and dads that have children with a disability. And I'm able to advise them and so on and so forth. So it's a very unique place to be, where I can do all of those things as an individual with a disability. Mentor and educate and provide services to individuals with disabilities. Do the same for their family and make it, for their parents rather, and make it a family dynamic. And that right there alone, I now understand, is what sets me apart from so many other service providers. We focus on the individual, the client, the one person. Yeah, but that one person has a whole dynamic of family support, hopefully, community, medical needs and attention, insurance. So there's so much to that one person. There's a whole different world, right? So that's what sets me apart from all these other, service providers and whatnot. And that's what I had to learn. That is my value. And again, when I put that value into perspective, and when this person was like, no, you're worth this much, it worked. And I thank God I have had clients and work ever since. And I'm like, wow. Now it's like, okay, I got to keep myself organized and keep, their different needs and what I'm assisting them with organized and manage everything. So it's so cool. And that, again, lets me know that I have purpose. I'm good at what I do. I have the knowledge in what I do and the ability to help those that need it most. And it's awesome. It's an awesome place to be in mentally and emotionally as well. So I say that to say, whatever your niche is, stick to it. If it's writing, write. If it's talking, talk. If it's construction, do construction. Whatever it is, do it. But do it with your whole entire heart and soul. And don't let anybody else tell you no, or you can't do this, or you won't do that, or you won't be successful. Yeah, you will. You will be successful as long as you don't give up and you use the tools and the mentors and all the things that you need. One of the speakers that I listen to a lot is Steve Harvey. That's one of our youth here got me into him, to be honest, and I didn't know who he was. So I started listening to him, and one thing that he always says is basically don't tell your dreams to the wrong people. And he's like, even if you tell it to your mama, your dad, it wasn't given to them. God didn't give them that vision. God didn't give them that dream. So you got to be very careful who you share it with. So, it's just awesome to have that community where I can share it with and be motivated and encouraged and learn that what I do matters. What I do matters. So I want to tell you guys that what you do matters. I know a lot of things that you guys do, especially those of you listening online and on Facebook. So stay encouraged and do what you do with your whole entire being. Your whole entire being. Pray on it, pray about it, and don't quit. Do not quit. I know someone that might still be listening to me that has that's into photography. They're into making dramas and videos and photography, and they're really good. So you know who you are. Do it. Whatever God put in your heart to do it, no matter what and no matter how old you are. Do not quit. That's right. What you do matters. Don't quit. Hashtag do not quit. Do not. do not. And interestingly enough, I'm going to share this before I play some more music. I have a little journal. I think I've shared it with you guys before, where I write, just journaling after a few losses that I've experienced lately. It's really helped to write in the journal. And when I opened it today, the quote in the page said, "The victor in me can no longer live as a victim. The victor in me, or the victor in me, can no longer live as a victim." And that's 1 Corinthians 15:57. The victor in me can no longer live as a victim. So we're no longer victims. We cannot become victims of our circumstances, victim of our disabilities, victims of our family dynamic or our home situation, whatever it is. We can no longer become victims or allow ourselves to fall into the victim mindset, because we are victors and not victims. So again, 1 Corinthians 15:57, the victor in me can no longer live as a victim. And I learned that many moons ago. I will not be a victim. I will not be a person with a disability with a victim mentality of I can't do this, I can't do that, why me? No, why not me? Why not me? And I'm going to take that and play the next song. I'm going to play a little reggae for you guys. It's been very, very upbeat. So we're going to continue to stay a little upbeat with that topic of do not quit. Do not quit, and know that your mindset is everything.
Tu nombre levantaré, me deleito en adorarte. Agradezco que en mi vida estés, que vinieras a salvarme. Tu nombre levantaré, me deleito en adorarte. Agradezco que en mi vida estés, que vinieras a salvarme. Dejaste el trono para mostrarnos la luz de tu trono a la cruz y mis deudas pagar, de la cruz al morir, de la muerte a tu trono, tu nombre yo levantaré. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save me. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save me. You came from heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the cross, my debt you paid. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Dejaste el trono para mostrarnos la luz de tu trono a la cruz y mis deudas pagar, de la cruz al morir, de la muerte a tu trono, tu nombre yo levantaré. Tu nombre levantaré, me deleito en adorarte. Agradezco que en mi vida estés, que vinieras a salvarme. Tu nombre levantaré, me deleito en adorarte. Agradezco que en mi vida estés, que vinieras a salvarme. Dejaste el trono para mostrarnos la luz de tu trono a la cruz y mis deudas pagar, de la cruz al morir, de la muerte a tu trono, tu nombre yo levantaré. Dejaste el trono para mostrarnos la luz de tu trono a la cruz y mis deudas pagar, de la cruz al morir, de la muerte a tu trono, tu nombre yo levantaré. Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Tu nombre yo levantaré.
Su nombre yo levantaré. I know the song in English, but I'm not going to sing because I don't know how to sing. And so we're going to just leave the singing for other people that know how to sing. Lord, I lift your name on high. Yeah, that one. It's one of my favorite ones. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mr. Paul Murray, good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been a long time. Where in the world, where around the world are you? I got to reach out to you soon. Hope you're doing well. Thank you guys so much again for joining. I will lift your name on high. I just hear things here sometimes and it's kind of different sounds. But all good, all good. So yes, guys, that is the message. We have to just lift his name on high and do not quit. Do not quit. And so we are getting there, just around the corner to the hour of 7 o'clock, and where I will leave you guys until next week, Thursday, on another episode of Yes with Yesse. So let's keep going, shall we? I talked to you guys a lot. By the way, I did not talk about my topic tonight. So I was motivated. I did not talk about my topic tonight. But just so you guys know, for the month of January, like we talked last week, it is Mentoring Month, and it is also Human Trafficking Awareness Month. The more I learn about that, I cringe. I'm like, wow, like it's just, it's just crazy. You wouldn't think that so much evil exists in the world. I mean, until you listen to just statistics and how it is around the world, specifically for individuals with disabilities, because we are a huge target for those that traffic humans. So it's kind of sad. It's very, very sad. And we have been very lively and joyful. So we're not going to get sad. We're going to keep going, and we're going to lift his name on high. In Jesus' name. Salsa version. Así que pónganse a bailar. Get the dancing shoes on, and we're gonna do some dancing until I'm here with you 7 o'clock. All right, so don't leave me just yet. We're almost there.
Fighting for us, God is on our side. He has overcome, yes, He has overcome. We will not be shaken, we will not be moved. Jesus, you are here, carrying our burdens, covering our shame. He has overcome, yes, He has overcome. We will not be shaken, we will not be moved. Jesus, you are here. Oh, I will live, I will not die. The resurrection power of Christ alive in me, and I am free in Jesus' name. I will live, I will not die. I will declare and lift you high. Christ revealed, and I am healed in Jesus' name.
Lucha por nosotros, a nuestro lado está, suya es la victoria, ha vencido ya, no nos detendremos, no nos moverá, Cristo estás aquí, lleva nuestras cargas, nos libra del mal, suya es la victoria, ha vencido ya, no nos detendremos, no nos moverá, Cristo estás aquí, viviré, no moriré, por el poder de su nombre, que vive en mí, soy libre al fin, solo en Jesús. Viviré, no moriré, su nombre yo le
Brother Akil, are you practicing your Spanish skills? Are you like starting to understand Spanish words? Estamos aprendiendo español, mi gente. Aquí en la casa de New Season estamos aprendiendo español, porque aquí hay un lugar para todo el mundo. Así que vengan acá. Aquí estamos con ustedes todos los jueves en Yes with Yesse a las 6 de la tarde. Aquí un programa para todos, inclusivo para personas con necesidades especiales, información, referencias, recursos y todo lo demás que tiene que ver con nuestra comunidad. So join us here on New Season Gospel FM. Sister Mina's laughing. We're laughing with you, Brother Akil. With you. We're laughing with you. Fun fact, guys. Fun fact. So I was greeting and saying hello to Mr. Paul Murray, who is on our Facebook this afternoon. Mr. Paul Murray was my very first photographer in my first runway show that I did with Beautiful You Tour here in South Florida. And through Mr. Murray, I met first wife of Mr. Champion Muhammad Ali, Mrs. Khalila Ali. So, small world, awesome contacts and connections. It's so important to have these community connections because you just never know. So Mr. Paul Murray, thank you so much for joining and all you do for the community. There he is. Thank you so much. Look forward to connecting. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 y 3. Que paso más chévere. See, you have to learn the rest of that 1, 2 y 3, Brother Akil. It's funny. When I was a lot younger, like over 30 years ago, younger, my dad would have paid for me to dance like in the back seat. You know, when you're in the back seat and they're looking at you in the little mirror, I used to move my shoulders when the music was playing, but I would stop dancing. As soon as they looked back at me, I would stop. So according to them, I cannot dance and I cannot move my shoulders, but I can. I'm Cuban. That's what we do. Anywho, thank you guys again so much for joining me tonight on Yes with Yesse. It is always a pleasure to be here with you guys, just providing some information, resources, inspiration, and in hopes that you take something with you. And that is the most important thing. And then that you pay it forward and you share it with others around you in our community. As I always say, we are one. We are one community. Many different backgrounds, many different everything, but we are one human race. We are all one. We all have the same basic need, right? To be included in the community, to feel loved, to feel cherished, and to lend a helping hand to one another. Absolutely. Great connections, great friends, priceless memories. Priceless is 100% correct. Priceless memories, and there's always a first time, right? There's always a first time, and that was actually literally my first time on a runway show. So I look forward to maybe, possibly doing it again soon. We'll see. We'll definitely see if that is an opportunity coming up. So I will let you know. So guys, we are almost out of time. So I just want to take a moment to ask that you guys continue to support New Season Gospel FM. We are forever grateful for those of you that take the time to share the broadcast, to pray over our ministry, our radio, our leaders, our church, and that is the best thing that you can do. And of course, your financial support is very important for our ministry as well. So ways to give are going across on the screen. For those of you listening to us on 89.1, you may give via Cash App, $ New Season WC, Zelle 954-536-1821, or right on our website, newseasonfm.com. You can also listen to the broadcast 24/7. You have news, you have shows, we have music 24/7, and it's absolutely awesome because there's a little bit for everyone, right? So go on in there, newseasonfm.com. Ways to give again are on the screen, and you can do it right on our website, newseasonfm.com. Please support your number one gospel station, because we will not be here if it were not for you. And so just some announcements. Of course, we have coming up February 11th. Don't forget, we have Pastor Steve's Unplugged worship concert right here in our home church, New Season Worship Center. That is Saturday, February 11th. Don't miss it. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are available for $35. You can come visit us here at New Zealand Worship Center or get it online at pastorstephenbuchanan.com. That's pastorstephenbuchanan.com. You can get your tickets there. And fun fact, you can also go in there and download some music. If you are a fan of Pastor Steve's music and songs, you can go right on the website and download, purchase the songs for download and listen to them whenever you'd like, right there on pastorstephenbuchanan.com, and get your tickets. Please do not wait last minute because tickets are going. It's going to be an awesome time. So get your tickets or come visit us here at New Season Worship Center. Contact one of us and we'll definitely connect you to your ticket and make sure your seat is secured for the Pastor Stephen Reeves Unplugged concert, February 11. All right. And so since today is Thursday, tomorrow is Fun Friday. Fun Friday, like I like to call it. So join Pastor Steve again tomorrow morning alongside Pastor Henry for Fun Friday. But before that, make sure you join us at 6:30 for In His Presence prayer time at 6:30, and then Fun Friday at 8 a.m. And then you come back at noontime for midday prayer with Sister Yesse. So lots going on. You don't want to miss it. And if you need reminders of all of that, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, New Season Gospel FM. That's New Season Gospel FM across social media. And of course, newseasonfm.com. newseasonfm.com. And from now on, I will do my best to broadcast live through my Yes with Yesse Facebook page, just to let more people know what New Season Gospel FM is all about and the resources, the information, and everything that we have to offer for everyone in our community. So with that, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight on Yes with Yesse. And I know that we were like upbeat and everything, but I'm going to play you guys one of my favorite songs in the whole wide world. And I think you guys already know which one that is. It is coming your way as we say see you later here on Yes with Yesse. And I will see you guys again, God willing, next Thursday at 6 p.m. same time on another episode of Yes with Yesse. So until then, guys, here's a mellow song to take us out this evening. Have an amazing rest of your day and a great weekend. And I will see you again, God's willing, Sunday at 11 a.m. for church. Have a great night.
There's a name that can silence every fear. There's a love that embraces the heartache, the pain, and the tears. Through my faith and my doubting, I know one thing for sure. His word is unfailing, His promise secure. Don't know why I stop, yeah. Everything will be alright. Whole world's in His hands. Your whole world's in His hands. In the darkness and the trials, He's faithful and He is true. The whole world's in His hands. You don't know why I stop, yeah. Oh, oh, everything will be alright. Oh, oh,
Yeah, Father, you said everything gonna be alright, but my circumstances say I won't last through the night. I need your word to hold me now, need you to pull me through. I need a miracle, a breakthrough, I need you. You say you hold the whole universe in your hand, but my world's falling apart like it is made of sand. Am I small enough to slip through these cracks? Can you take my broken pieces and put them back? Give me faith you believe you were on my side. Open my eyes to see you working in my life. Let the past remind me you never fail, and tell my soul it is well. Y todo va a estar bien, everything will be alright. The whole world's in his hands, your whole world's in his hands. In the darkness, in the trials, he's faithful and he's true. Your whole world's in his hands, y todo va a estar bien. Oh, oh, oh. Everything will be alright. Oh, oh, todo va a estar bien. Oh, oh, everything will be alright. Oh, oh.
Yo, Padre, te confieso a corazón abierto que todo es muy incierto en este desierto. Mi vulnerabilidad está al descubierto. Siento que mi barca está muy lejos de su puerto. ¿Por qué será que ya no sale el sol en mis días? ¿Por qué mis noches son tan frías? ¿Por qué será que siento que me falta algo? ¿Por qué este camino gris se siente tan largo? Sé que estás sobrando aunque no te sienta. Sé que estás sobrando aunque no te vea. Sé que voy a salir de esta odisea. Sé que voy a ganar esta pelea. Sé que va a cesar esta marea temporaria. Que en ti yo viviré una vida extraordinaria. Que aunque no pueda entender, me consuela saber que todo.
Yo sé que todo va a estar bien. Everything will be alright. It will be alright. The whole world's in his hands. Your whole world's in his hands. In the darkness, in the trials, he's faithful and he's true. Your whole world's in his hands. It's all va a estar bien. Oh, oh, everything will be alright. Oh, oh, it's all va a estar bien.
Todo,
Oh, oh, everything will be alright.
todo va a estar bien.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands.
Todo el mundo.
Todo el mundo.